What a doozy we've got for you this week. It is CLV Week 4 at Circuit Paul Ricard. An incredible number of drivers with tokens today. Fox, the only driver spending 4. However, are in the Andrian with 3. Butterlord with 3, Miku with 3, F35 with 3, Corvid with 3, UR2D Master and Noms for Matessa with 3, and Suacid with 3. This may be the strongest token-based field we've ever seen in any virtual race thus far. Absolutely bonkers spending today at Paul Ricard. A look at your upgrades as well. Pappy Pops rising to the top yet again. An incredible 5.2 car index. Acer Sport with a double speed bring theirs up to 4.3. Brilliantly running away from the field. POL still up there, but my God. Powerful cars in stark contrast to the FFX, who sits at a 2.0 with 2 failed upgrades. They are lucky they got their points early in the season. Let's get to the qualifying. In France, the Circuit Paul Ricard Senior Pappy, highlighted for PPR. Of course, as we said, the strongest car on the grid by quite a long shot, by 0.9 on the index scale. Butter is the one we'll be looking at today, though, for a 3 token pole, perhaps. Well, they come around into the last section, very heavy and demanding on the grip on this beautifully striped, perplexing track. A little bit hard on the eyes from the aerial view, but a lovely version. Nonetheless, are in the Andrian from the newly speeded up Acer Audi Sport currently with top spot. Fox down in 6 with the 6th fastest lap. A 33.13 tied with Pappy, who spent only a single token. Or my mistake is spent no tokens. My goodness, they are fast, aren't they? Anything changed? Butterlord is up top now. A 32.42 standing. We'll see if the Andrian can snag it away. Oh yeah, Pappy does have 1 token. I was wrong. Are in the Andrian and Butterlord battling it out with the high-speed vehicles, both spending 3 apiece. There's lots of drivers with 3 tokens. Will it be a Pappy Pops pole? It will not. The Andrian gets it on the last lap for the Acer Audi Sport pole. An incredible rise up the charts this season. Wow. Acer Audi Sport. Go figure. Taking it by 10th over Butterlord, Corvid and Miku lining up in the second row of the grid. A great result for the Hurricane Racing team. And for Toad Racing Systems, for that matter, they've slipped off the pace a bit in the upgrade in the garage. So they'll be happy to be starting up that high. Fox and Senior Pappy, 5, 6, the Canadians together on the 3rd row. F35 for BFZ will be beside Celeste Lucier in 7th and 8th, 9th and 10th, rounding up your top 10, Nomskar and Suacid. 3 tokens for both of those drivers, and this is where it gets really interesting. UR2D Master has spent 3 tokens, starting in 11th place for Racing Auto Matessa. Abver not 1 to spend today in 12th. G4 and Vlad both spending 2 tokens apiece for the Gall Motorsports in 13th and 14th. Keto for Polish Orlin in 15th and Toad Speed in 16th. Aria Carmona, no token spent in 17th. As for Prolime in 18th, Not That Guy in 19th, and Moscow in last with the worst car, no tokens, well off the pace, 2.87 seconds back. Let us get to the racing here. In France. And here they go. It is Andrian pulling right in front of Butterlord. Fox looking for a slip over on Miku. Outside, inside as they go into the hairpin to the long back straight. Fox is ahead of Senior Pappy. F35 in his slipstream as well as Andrian looks to pass Butterlord for the lead. There it is. There's the boost and the chicane that breaks up this very, very long straightaway. And Paul Ricard, here we go into the last section, Sector 3, very tight. Way ahead is the Andrian, and way back is Butterlord, Miku, and Corvid now by him, Suacid by Fox, but into the grass. Senior Pappy goes right into the back of him. Fox gets a penalty as they go off track, and Abver and Nomskar get by Fox as well. He's down in 10th place already as F35 goes by Corvid, and he's pulling up into the podium challenge now already as we look up the grid to see who's got it right now. Miku is chasing down the Andrian. Amazing start for Toad Speed and F35. They are up into the podium spots. Corvid slipstreams on Butterlord, looking to get past him as well as the Andrian has a 2-second lead nearly already on only the second lap completed in this race. Butterlord does hang on and Senior Pappy climbs. They're only 2 positions apart as the PPRs gang up. Pappy only spending 1 token right in the mix of everything here. Alright, so Corvid's going to battle with Pappy, slowing him down and allows Suicide to get a little bit closer and take a little sniff at the action. Corvid now looking to slipstream past Pappy on the hard tires, mind you. He does it. Excellent pass, but Senior Pappy will take it back. We've got Butterlord right on the back of Miku for second place now, as the Andrian's even further ahead, 2.67 seconds now. I can't believe the amazing lead he's gotten already in just 3 short laps. Oh, wow. Okay, Butterlord still hunting down Miku, but losing time. This means F35 is right up there. The BF said, firing on all cylinders early on, does not want to have a mishap like in the debut at Kyalami. Keeping it under control, and there's a bit of a train going on, a Miku train. Up into 6th spot, actually. We can go down the order. Suacid is in this train now, too. Corvid looking to join as they slipstream on Senior Pappy. And then a little bit further back, we have 8th through 10th. Abver, Nomskar, G4 is your top 10, but don't look now. Fox and Celeste right on their tail. Fox spending all 4 tokens in the saturated race. It could be an unprecedented result. The first team to spend 4 tokens and not get any points. At the moment, Fox is 1 position out and doing so as we speak. Higher up the order once again. Suacid, almost got a pass on Pappy, but he ran into him. He could have got that pass completed. Instead, hits Pappy. Corvid passes both of them. And Corvid is now, cleanly up into 5th place. F35 has dropped back a bit. Butterlord passing both of the drivers. Still nearly 3 seconds behind the Andrian. This race is for 3rd place. They're very tight and very close. Again, all of these drivers with the 3 token spends here. Unprecedented competition today in the CLV. Fox has made his way up into 8th place, into the points, but still an absolute struggle and war of attrition here today as he takes the worst car on the grid with full points against 8 other drivers who've spent 3 tokens. Incredible. G4 and Celeste running at the top 10 with Kato on her tail. Pappy and Suacid in a tight race here for 6th, and then another tight race is Corvid chasing down F35. The soft tire pits are in. That includes your leader Andrian onto the hards. So momentarily Butterlord will lead the race. Corvid is catching F35. Goes inside. F35 tries to switch back, cannot complete it. They are seemingly catching on Miku as well, as those medium tires do start to wear down. Butterlord into the pits. Miku leading as they approach Not That Guy and start to lap more cars. Or start to lap the cars in general, I should say. The Andrian restores the lead. It didn't take long to do that. Has already taken a pit stop and is back into the lead. Incredible control and strategy here by the AAS driver. Early on, here we go. Corvid looking not to get too held up by his own teammate here. Isn't able to quite lock into the slipstream. We'll get it here for the chicane and hairpin section. Going outside. Not That Guy kind of boxes him out. Not what you want to see from your own teammate. F35 will be able to catch up a little bit and get back in the mix, but right now we have Suasid, Miku, Fox back to back. Fox still has to pit on those hards still, so we'll count him out of that mix. Miku looking forward. Butterlord and F35 now in a dead heat. Butterlord inside outside on the chicane. Beautiful pass, well around. Corvid around Carmona, still in sights. In sights of the Andrian, but does have to get in for a pit, mind you. So it's Butterlord looking to get by Corvid without not much trouble to start chasing down the Andrian again. Not ahead by as much as he was in the initial first stint. F35 coming very close to bumping off Not That Guy for a penalty there, but now chasing Butterlord down. This is excellent. F35 has a slipstream on Butterlord. Corvid is falling off the pace a little bit. Will be passed by Butterlord. Stays off the track. Hung up with Mosca Brevis a little bit. F35 will look to not get caught up in Mosca's very slow car situation there, but really takes it hard. Almost off the corner. You got to put the brakes on in the grip and not use the boost too much when you're in that position. Alright, Corvid and F35 both racing each other, probably to the pits. They should be pitting this lap if one driver takes a 13th lap on these hards. They will probably suffer greatly. As you can see, they are just sliding around, drifting around the corners. They both do come in. Good for them. And Butterlord now by Proline cleanly chasing down the Andrian here on the 13th lap at the Circuit Paul Ricard with the French C-Prix in the Challenger League Virtual. Acer Audi Sport, renamed from Rich Energy Virtual last season. Priya going for a strategy on both teams, the sister team in the JLV West as well. Double speed upgrades every week, a 1 in 9 chance approximately, even lower than that now, as they are well into the 20% category of success. Has succeeded twice, so 4 speed upgrades granted in 4 weeks. Has AAS right up there battling in contention with Pappy now, as Butterlord takes a brilliant pass inside and takes the pass for the lead. Alright, the lap traffic did hold up the Andrian a little bit, but not too much. Butterlord now looking kindly in first place of this race. The event horizon of that pass you could just see approaching from a distance. Took advantage of the lap traffic being there and executes the pass. Now we'll have to get by UR2D Master up on the back straight. The Andrian keeping pace, almost just falling off a little bit, as they are both on the hards, matching the strategy thus far. It does take Butterlord a little bit longer to catch up to UR2D Master. Again, UR Master in 14th place with 3 tokens spent. This is no joke. This race is not for the faint of heart. Bring your A game or don't bring any game at all, which is the smarter decision that some of the drivers who spent no tokens have done here today. Butterlord getting in a little bit of a battle with UR Master now, a 2.5 seconds behind. The Andrian rather. Now we've got a Oh, F35 and Miku off the track. Suwased gets by Miku, but not F35. Prolime gets in the mix as well, getting lapped. We caught that just in time for the action. Oh, big air from F35 and from Miku. Now Suwased is looking to get past him as well, and does so, yes. Keeps it way outside, drifting. Keeps it again on the outside. We'll have to do it just one more time before he feels into the pits. Really good battle, really good pass. Maybe not the best time to do that, losing a little bit of time on your in-lap. However, Suwased is on to the softs for his third stint. Just him, Nomskar, and Mosca currently on the softs, as Corvid looks to get another lap out of those hards. Thankfully for Fox, back into 5th place after being outside of the points momentarily. I'm sure they were nervous in the FFX garage. Spending 4 tokens to get no points would be absolute tragedy. Looks to be preventing that for the time being, as he does chase down Miku, who's gone off the pace with very worn mediums. Was in the running for 2nd place at one point. Fox and Suwased now in a battle of their own as they chase down Miku, and they do chase him down. They have shrunk the gap to less than a second now. Suwased on these fresher tires should be able to get by Fox, but hasn't done so yet. Fox pushing hard, pushing hard. Are we going to see? No, we don't. Miku does not go in the pits, but the Andrian does, on to softs. Now 10 seconds behind Butterlord, who's milking that second stint on his hard tires. We have full sun so far, no weather of inclement nature to report thus far. A brilliant battle from Suwased and Niku. These tires are all over the place. Fox gets by Miku. Miku has the very, very worn out mediums. Oh, Suwased pushes Fox off, wins that battle, and he's going to charge through on his brand new soft tires around Toad speed and off to the race, as Miku should be coming into the pits. Fox kicked to the curb a little bit there, and no, he's going to stay out for another lap. Alright, so Toad's double stack. Corvid is hot on the tail of Fox now, trying to get a piece of that action. Looking outside, it's wide, it's too wide, but he goes back inside, takes a look, but it is a defense, but he can't deal with the straight line speed of the LRT, and it is a clean pass from Corvid up into the top 5, and he's still got some life on those hards yet. Fox should be going in now as F35 does pit. We'll see what he comes out in. Probably should be in 6th. Oh no, he was well ahead of the other group. He holds up in 4th place. F35 done some really good pitting and is sitting pretty with a few laps in hand on Suwased softs. Excellent job from F35. The Andrian, a couple laps gone on his sauce. The Indonesian driver, the only one. We have very few Southeast Asian at all drivers in the virtual league running this car to peak performance right now. Trying to chase down Butter, who's got a turn on him. 1.5 seconds, 2 seconds now, as they go on the straight. Just hoping to get rid of that lap traffic, have no problems, and cruise to his 2nd straight victory, having won in Monaco last week. It would be a dominating statement of power as he gets a little trouble. Celeste holds him up. Good driving. Nomskar also holding Butter up. Good driving from the teammate of the Andrian here, the Acer Audi Sports. Celeste Lucier. Oh, geez. 1 token spent for the AAS driver all the way back in 11th spot, but doing her best to let Andrian get a little bit closer and chase down Butter. It's not out of reach now, but since the start of the race and that pass about 10 laps ago, he has not looked back yet. Down the order, Miku and Pappy in a battle now. For 5th place, Miku gets by. Hard tires starting to wear off for Pappy, a little bit slower. Corvid's tires are very, very dead, still remaining in this race. Very good though. Very good job for the LRT driver, and smartly goes into the pits. Fox now will get by on the new mediums and up in to 7th place. He goes. From the bottom, Arya Carmona currently in last, just coming onto a brand new set of hards. Looking to chase down Mosca Berevis for FFX. Not that guy. Prolime. They are all spaced quite a ways apart back at that point of the race. And then they bunch up in the top 16. Toad Speed following behind Vlado 2 out of the points with 2 spent. Unfortunate. UR2D Master with 3 points spent. Out of the race thus far as Senior Pappy sweeps him off the track to continue his own race. Fox chasing him down, saying, "Give us priority. We are on the lead lap. There are no blue flags. There are no rules about any of that in this league, though. You got to have tough skin and thick skin." As UR2D Master puts a great pass on Fox, which is strange because he's a lap down from Fox. Fox does get back by him and continues on his race. Up in 12th, it's Kato. 5 seconds behind, defending against F35, not letting him by. Quite rude, as we said. No problem with that. 5 seconds behind Celeste, who is just out of the points here, chasing Namskar for that 10th and final racing point. Namskar spending 3 tokens, would love to be in that mix, but Celeste, with only 1 token spent, that really, really newly fast AAS car, as we said, having no problem passing the Matessa driver. Oh, way off the track and stopped, almost dead. Butterlord in the back of Carmona. She's just slowing everybody down on the lead lap. G4 is only on the lead lap for a moment more as Butterlord is going to be passing him, but really, really took a hit there. Now 3 seconds back of Pappy, just holding on to 9th place. Ugh, really a rough lap for the Gall Motorsport vehicle, who's had a pretty rough time, this team thus far. Really tough on the upgrades all off-season and even on the on-season. We have Miku separated by a couple lap cars before we get to Pappy. Chasing Corvid down for 6th place. Here we go. The clouds are going to come. Will this result in some rain? Corvid put up a tough fight, but not a very good fight. Miku slides easily on by him into brighter pastures ahead. Fox in a race of his own momentarily, almost 4 seconds clear of either driver. The sun comes right on back, so no worries about the rain so far. Almost done 30 laps here, just 6 to go. Suacid worked his way into the podium spot and has not budged or give anyone a sniff at it since. F35 no longer a factor, 5 seconds back for the moment. Miku also down into 6th spot now. Unfortunate maybe strategy executed by the Toad Speed driver. He'll be taking those softs right to the end of the race. Suacid going on for his last set of tires. Out 3 seconds behind F35, so should be able to get that podium position back. Fox's medium is very, very worn right now. Gonna have to come in for a 5-lap set of softs. That's gonna be tough. He's gonna have to make a lot of ground back to make that strategy pay off, because right now those mediums will cost him dearly if he stays on them. We will see. Miku's softs are fairly worn, so they will be trouble. Fox does not go into the pits. That will pretty much ruin his race. Pappy is on fairly worn softs too, though, so there are a few drivers that are going to be having trouble at the end of this race, Corvid being one of them as well. So maybe not the end of the world for Fox, as G4 should be going into the pits, but does not either. Oh my god, this is disastrous. Those mediums are going to be red in a very short time. Some questionable strategies being employed so far, but up at the top we have a race for the lead right now. The Andrian on the mediums, very worn. Butterlord getting past on the softs without much problem. That is the reason for the battle we had momentarily. F35 maybe even be able to hunt down the Andrian right now, as his tires are in a little bit better shape, and we do have some tricky intertwining turn sections here, as we just witnessed the end of the track here at Paul Ricard. Butterlord restarring and building upon his lead. Definitely feeling a little more comfortable about that for the last 3 laps of the race. One more time through the order, Mosca Brevis heading in for a short 5-lap stint, or what he thinks will be 5 laps, but will not. Aria Carmona 19th, not that guy. Pro Lime 12 seconds back of UR2D Master is Toad Speed. Then the order that was battling for points before, but no longer, UR2D Master, Abver, Vlado2, and Kato. Celeste Lucier is 3 seconds back of that final point spot right now. G4 holding on to it for Gall. And Nomskar is in 9th, but 16 seconds behind the rest of the group. Pappy and Corvid in a dogfight for 7th position right now. Corvid into the pits for another set of tires. Oh, in the last lap of the race. Oh my goodness. Horrible, heartbreaking decision from the LRT driver. And Butterlord is on his last lap, really trying to boost by that lap to Abver there for POL. Solidly in charge right now. Corvid unfortunately giving up position to Pappy and will not be able to get it back, almost 3 seconds behind. Had lots of buffer room from Nomskar obviously, but round comes Andrian. And through comes Butterlord, sharing the finish line with his partner and teammate, Senior Pappy and Team Boss, for his 2nd win in a row here at Paul Ricard. It is the Andrian in 2nd, F35 in 3rd, Suwasid 4th place, Miku dragging it 12 seconds back for a top 5 and a crucial set of points gathered by the driver as Aria goes in for a pit. Why not? Fox solidly holds on to 6th in a hotly contested battle, the only driver spending 4 tokens today. Corvid does make the pass on Senior Pappy at the end. How did that happen? A miraculous comeback from the Hurricane Racing driver. I can't believe it. Well done, G4. 9th place, Nomskar, the final point in 10th. Celeste not able to get it done, but only 1 token wasted in those efforts. Vlado 2 coming up pointless in 12th position. Keto and Abver, the Orleans, in 13th and 14th. Unfortunately, 3 tokens go to the wind from the UR2D Master. For Matessa, no points for him as well. Toad Speed coming up short in 16th. Prolime 17th, not that guy. Mosca Brevis, and pitting on the last lap and being passed, Aria Carmona for SCR. Butterlord with 2 back-to-back wins, now atop by a good margin over Abver, 52 to 38 points. Toad Speed still holding on with his first race win, in a tie for 3rd now with Fox, but Fox has spent pretty much everything now, just 1 token left to spend. It's close with Kato right there, and the Andrian moves up 7 huge spots with that 2nd place with 28. It's tight in the middle. Still lots up for grabs for the Drivers' Championship. Now for the Team Championship. The dominating lead from Orlin with no points on the day is squashed from that Pappy Pops double top 10. They have an 8-point lead on them as we stand. Scuderia and then Toad Racing, Flying Fox really tight in there. Flying Fox has almost done all their tokens. They've already spent 16 out of 26. So they're going to be holding on for dear life for the rest of the season. Their relegation chances hinge on the efforts of all the other teams. Matessa infamously harvesting just 1 point out of 6 tokens today. That is really going to test them. And Gall Motorsports keeps chipping away at these small points here and there. 2 tokens has proven not to be enough to get them in the decent point standings. They're going to have to up their strategy if they want to stay in the CLV next season. We'll see you next week in Hungary.